You all have worked before in Love Story and everybody has loved you all. Is it different when you all meet again and do a full-on film again?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you're working with an actor the second time around, definitely, we know each other's timing. There's so much more space to collaborate, and that discussion is there, at least for me.
Yeah.
You warm up better. So, Thandel, the love story is much more mature.
She's an amazing dancer.
Yeah.
First question is, what is it like to match steps with her? Like she's
it's quite a challenge, I would say, but also it's so much fun because dancing with her automatically pushes you know, to dance, and getting an opportunity to sort of be in a part of songs like this, I think is a huge opportunity for an actor.
Tell us about this song. This because there's so much talk about this Shiva song.
It's based on the theme of the Shiva Parvati love story, this song. And also the director has drawn a lot of parallels from their characters to the characters in the film. From Shiva and Parvati to Raju and Satya in the film. There are a lot of traits you will see. And also in the village of Srikakulam, there is this festival. So this song sequence happens during that festival time. So that's how it's sort of written into the story.
Wow. Pushpa 2 does a trailer launch in Patna.
Yeah.
You all are coming to Mumbai for this. This is obviously now the entire country is home for South.
I'm really happy that our stories are traveling. Language is not a barrier anymore.
Yeah.
We've seen a huge progression in that front in the last 2-3 years. As an actor, we crave for exposure, maximum exposure from maximum audience. So I'm really happy that this kind of journey is happening for the South cinema.
You've married someone who we are extremely fond of. She was on my Actors Roundtable.
Nice.
And there's something common between you all, which is the passion for acting.
Right.
Do you see that? And was there some help in the Vizag dialect from her?
Yeah. Sobita and I, like you said, the Vizag, when you said Vizag, so our roots are sort of from the same place. Not that I'm from Vizag, but the Andhra roots. So yeah, of course, she helps me with the language a lot. Hi, this is Naga Chaitanya. You're watching this interview on Bollywood Hungama.
Jay, welcome to Bollywood Hungama. Welcome to Mumbai.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good to see you again. And this time, this looks grander, bigger. You first take us through, how would you describe this film?
I'd like to start off by saying the film is inspired by some true events that happened between 2017 and 2018 in this village called Srikakulam in Andhra. So the film first came to me as an idea. It was more like a documentary, the story when it came to us. So then Chandu Mondeti approached me saying there's this idea which I'm really excited about. So after that I said, okay, let me sort of dwell into it a little more, and I went to the village, Srikakulam, and actually met those families.
Right, you spent time with
them. Spent time with them. This is all before, fishermen.
Yeah.
This is all before hearing the script out. So went, spent time with them, and then a little bit went out fishing. Actually did all those activities with them, and that really inspired me, listening to their stories. Because these guys from Andhra, they go to Gujarat, take boats over there, and then they go out fishing. And for one unfortunate trip, there's a storm that hits them and they drift off into Pakistan waters. And they're caught by the Coast Guard, and they're in Pakistan jail for almost 2 years before their release happens, for about a year and a half, 2. And the main thing, actually, my character's name is Raju in the film. What gave him the courage to live through those 1.5 years and to get over that pain was the love story between him and Satya, which obviously we have brought to a cinematic language.
Right.
But there was genuinely, the love story between both of them is what kept him alive there and brought him back.
Yeah.
So, just this whole journey really inspired me. And I would say this is a film about love, courage, and patriotism.
Amazing. Our country has so many of these stories. When you hear something like this, when you meet people like this, what do you observe about them? For no fault of theirs, they landed somewhere in jail.
Yeah. Actually, it was a very humbling experience, in fact, when I met them and sort of traveled and journeyed with them. Because I would say for me, I come from such comfort, we live in the city where we're padded with everything, so many luxuries. When you go and observe their day-to-day activities, and for us it looks like, oh my God, this is so challenging, such difficult tasks every day that they're sort of facing. Like when they go out into the ocean, Their trips are as almost a month long. And when they're in the ocean, there's no cell phone network, there's no connect to the world, absolutely
God.
nothing. So even if there's an emergency that happens at home, it's only after they come
After they
back
come back.
they realize. So, many situations like this really influenced me as a human being. Just taught me so much more to be humble and be grounded and, just live in the moment.
Absolutely, big learning. And then you all, of course, this story came and you all decided to make a really big, grand movie
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Because, of course, your fans and people enjoy, people like to
Yeah,
see and
yeah,
experience.
yeah.
Somehow, you all have cracked what people want to see. Would you agree? Like,
I mean,
visually,
yeah,
the
I mean, in
scale.
a way, because the true story itself had so much scale.
Hmm.
Like, just in a line to say, from Srikakulam to Gujarat to Pakistan, this whole sort of trajectory, this
It's a
arc
big.
itself has so much scale. So, whatever you're seeing on screen, all the terrains and all this grandeur that we've covered, they've actually been through all that. Of course, adding songs and adding fights is, bringing it to a cinematic screenplay, but the soul of it, the scale is actually there in their story.
That's true.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you all have worked before in Love Story, and everybody has loved you all. Is it different? Is it different when you all meet again and do a full-on film again?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you're working with an actor the second time around, definitely, we know each other's timing. We're much more transparent in terms
Yeah.
of inhibitions, and there's so much more space to collaborate, and that discussion is there. At least for me,
Yeah.
you warm up better. So and Thandel, the love story is much more mature
Okay.
from the first film we did. Love
Right.
story, it's
Right.
more that was a boy meets girl, and the progression happens from there.
Mm-hmm.
Here it's more this couple is very much in love as the film opens, and marriage is around the corner, but the conflicts that come in between this journey. So it's I feel it's a step ahead of what we had done previously.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, she's an amazing dancer.
Yeah.
First question is, what is it like to match steps with her? Like she's.
It's quite a challenge, I would
uh,
say,
uh,
but also it's so much fun because dancing with her automatically pushes
you
you
also.
know to
Yeah.
dance, and getting an opportunity to sort of be in a part of songs like this
Yeah. Yeah.
is I think is a huge opportunity for an actor, because now the audience also, they're going back to loving songs in theaters. We're seeing so many re-releases happen of
Yeah.
older films
Correct.
where people are coming to the theaters just for the songs, and so that culture is coming back.
Yeah. Yeah.
We sort of missed it in between, but now the audience is like, in the Telugu audience at least, is starting to celebrate music again
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah,
the
true.
theaters.
And you all have gone all out with this song. It's the budget of this song is crazy.
Yeah.
And of course, tell us about this song. This because there's so much talk about this Shiva song.
So it's based on the theme of the Shiva Parvati love
Correct.
story,
Yeah.
this song, and also the director has drawn a lot of parallels from their characters to the characters in the film, from Shiva and Parvati
Right.
to Raju and Satya in the
Okay.
film. There are a lot of traits you'll see
Okay.
in some subtle layering that the director has done. So hence we have picked the theme of Shiva Parvati for this song. And also in the village of Srikakulam, there is this festival that they celebrate. So this song sequence happens during that festival time. So that's how it's sort of written into the story.
Wow, that is incredible because this song is so much talked about. I can see on social media. Now I think your industry is completely going all out because you all have. I feel you all have completely conquered the South. There's no, that you all have a hold on your fans. Pushpa 2 does a trailer launch in Patna.
Yeah.
You all are coming to Mumbai for this.
Yeah.
This is obviously now the entire country is home for South.
I mean, I'm really happy that our stories are traveling. Language is not a barrier anymore.
Yeah.
I think we've seen a huge progression in that front in the last 2-3 years. And I mean, as an actor, we crave for exposure, maximum exposure from maximum audience, and we want our work to travel. So I'm really happy that this kind of journey is happening for the South cinema.
Right, but is it like more of a statement to go out and do it, or is it the confidence? What makes you come out and do it in different
I
cities?
don't think it's a statement. I'm saying we're seeing the potential in the
Potential,
collections.
yeah,
If the
yeah.
film is resonating with the people,
Hmm.
they're going to the theaters and the money is coming in.
Yeah,
And for
yeah.
me, end of the day, if the collections are there, that means the film is working.
Right,
So we've seen that with a number of films from the south in the
right.
recent times. So why not
Yeah,
take up that opportunity? And this is also a very universal
it
subject.
is. Yeah.
In term, I'm sure it is rooted to Srikakulam and the
Hmm.
dialect and the
Okay. Yeah.
nativity from there, but the topic is a real story that we've touched
Hmm.
on. So I'm quite confident that it's a subject that everyone will resonate with.
Wow. One thing that that producers there have figured out, I would have loved to ask Arvind Garu this. They're not scared of budget. They will go all out. If 75 crore has to be spent, they'll spend 75 crore. If 4 crore has to be spent on a song, they will do that. This confidence comes from the results like Bahubali, Pushpa 2. Do you all sit and talk about business that we can recover this?
No, I think for me, what I've noticed with Arvind Garu, and also, the mindset right now is producers are starting to invest on stories and scripts. Not I would say they're not looking at, of course, the actor, what's his present market business, what
Okay.
is the director's market. Before it used to be about those combinations, but now I think they're starting to more prioritize on what the story needs. What is the potential of the script if it's made right. So I think that's how the business is sort of starting to change with the
Really?
producers I'm working with.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
really interesting because I would think that they would invest in the actor because each one of you have such a massive market. Like you think story is a bigger star?
Absolutely, because actors
Uh,
who, we all thought we had a minimum guarantee kind of a market
Correct.
till
Yeah, yeah.
some time back. But now, if the film is not good, there's no minimum guarantee. It is a zero or even a
Wow.
minus.
Really? Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, yeah,
yeah.
because I would say, previously, okay, however bad the film is, maybe it'll take the opening weekend. This would be his openings.
Correct. Yeah.
And this is what, we'll get in on day one, whatever it is. But now, by the afternoon show,
It's out there.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
the shop is shut. So
My God.
yeah,
In fact, Arvind Garu said something very interesting. He saad a star's real value is known when how much a flop film makes,
true,
and
true.
then not how much a hit film
Right,
makes.
right,
Yeah, yeah.
right,
That
right.
do you suppose a Pushpa 2 goes when a Pushpa 2 goes and does really well, does that give you all the confidence also that there are people who want to go to the theater, want to buy a ticket? Because I see a very low confidence right now here where we are sitting in
Right,
Mumbai.
right. No, absolutely. I'm saying when we see films like Pushpa 2, RRR, all
Yeah.
these films that we've made over there, rake in these kind of numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And in between, I think post the pandemic, people were like, will people even come back to theaters?
Correct,
Because they
correct.
got
Yeah,
so used
yeah,
to
yeah.
consuming content on OTT and various
Mm-hmm.
platforms. But I mean, these numbers, these trends are just giving us oxygen again in a
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
It's giving us that confidence saying you make a film that people will enjoy in the theaters and they will come celebrate it. And we're seeing numbers like never before.
Never before. Yeah,
Like the numbers that Pushpa 2,
yeah,
RRR, all these
yeah,
films,
yeah,
Kalki, have
yeah,
done are
yeah.
numbers we have never even imagined. So the graph is only progressing.
Right. And apart from the numbers, it's like going to the Oscars. You aim
Yes,
for the stars, and you
yes,
can.
yes,
And Rajamouli sir showed us that
yes,
you can
yes,
aim for the
yes,
stars.
absolutely. Yeah.
Right. It's been 15 years for you in the industry acting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's been
it's been 15 years. What has been the biggest learning you would say?
There's so much learning. I mean, I'm still very hungry. I'm still looking to do so much more.
Hmm.
But the biggest learning I think is as an actor, it's about judging scripts.
Hmm.
I feel that's where I have made some mistakes, and that's why I really need to correct myself and learn.
Hmm.
I look back at films that didn't work and sort of analyze as to why they didn't work, and it's why I made those script decisions.
Hmm.
So I think it's the learning is always happening,
Right.
and the biggest learning would for me is to say is like always stay hungry. I think don't ever be fully satisfied. Always stay hungry
Right.
and keep your vision open.
Amazing. But when you go back and think, why did this film work? Is it easy to pinpoint why something didn't work? It's so many factors could be.
Yeah, it's not easy to pinpoint, but I think with some kind of introspection, and if you keep your eyes and ears open and sort of take inputs from the right sources, it's
Right.
easy to sort of come to some kind of conclusion. But having said that, I don't think there's any formula to
Correct.
success in
Absolutely.
this industry.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes we don't know why certain things blow up, and sometimes when we have so much trust in something,
Right.
it lets you down. So yeah, I think it's always about just being aware and being grounded, and that should sort of take you forward.
Right. This is exactly why your fans love you. Last time we spoke was for Duta,
Yeah,
was when
correct.
you were doing the Amazon
Right,
Prime
right.
show. What was the biggest takeaway from Duta? Did that give you a new audience altogether?
Oh, absolutely. Duta gave me so much of satisfaction, to be honest. Before I signed it, while getting into it, there was a lot of chatter coming into me saying, OTT, why,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
doing
A big
films
screen
for big
star.
screen,
Yeah,
why are
yeah.
you doing all this? But somewhere, I always feel there is a little bit of restriction with the kind of roles I can do for the big screen. There are these completely out of box, completely character driven roles that maybe a producer might fear investing in, because it might not open the best for the big screen. Now audience is very clear on the content they want to watch at home and the content they want to come to the theater to,
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel.
Okay.
So that little hungry actor in me, I have this crazy spark where I really want to experiment sometimes
Right.
and go out of the box, but at the same time I don't want to burden a producer, or
Correct.
I want to keep the math also intact. So doing Duta was a very conscious call for me as an actor, to really explore and push myself. So Duta worked. It got great positive feedback from all sets of the audience, and even when I travel up north, sometimes a lot of people say they watched Duta and they really liked it, which gives me a lot of satisfaction
Right.
because I want maximum exposure for whatever work I'm doing, and that's what Duta gave me.
Yeah, yeah. The reach is amazing. So, one, was it a risk? And secondly, are there really people around you who will tell you, okay, don't do this? Like, because I see stars and everybody agreeing with most stars. Do you have people around who will say, ye mat karo? Yeah.
Yeah,
No. There
there are
who would tell you?
I mean, it's from some producers would tell me, or maybe
Okay.
some directors, or
Huh.
maybe some friends.
Huh.
They would tell me like, why do you want to do it? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
but sometimes you need to take those steps. You need to make those risks,
Right.
and only then will you shine with a image of your own. Will you come out better? So yeah.
Right. I don't get to meet you every day, so I will ask you. You've married someone who we are extremely fond of. She was on my actors roundtable.
Nice.
And there's something common between you all, which is the passion for acting.
Right.
Do you see that? And was there some help in the Vizag dialect from her?
Yeah, Sobita and I, I think the roots are, like you said, the Vizag, when
Yeah.
you said Vizag. So our roots are sort of from the same place. Not that I'm from Vizag, but
Yeah.
the Andhra roots.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course, she helps me with the language a lot, because she's great at, her Telugu skills are great.
Right.
So at home, I always like, whenever I'm preparing a speech or something, I take her help.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I take
Nice,
her help.
nice.
I'm like, you write this down for me in like proper Telugu.
Nice. Which one of her roles would you be like, I loved this performance?
Made in Heaven
Made
is
in Heaven.
definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think Made in Heaven is my number one favorite.
Yeah.
And then she's done this Telugu film Major.
Yes, Major. Yeah,
Which I really liked, and then liked her in Kurup.
Yes.
So yeah.
She's done incredible
Yes,
work,
yes,
and so
yes.
have you. One day I'll make such a good pair.
Thank you.
And this is looking amazing. So I hope it's looking grand, like in every possible way. So I hope and I pray that this goes and does the same collections like all these recent releases have.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you so much. That's really sweet. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi, this is Naga Chaitanya. You're watching this interview on Bollywood Hungama.